Hey guys, it's been so long since I sat in front of a camera and decided to record myself like properly, so it's gonna take a while to get used to again. But I really missed just being in front of the camera and talking once again, so I thought I'd do it right now. It's been like quite some time, I think. Let me just check the last time I uploaded something on YouTube. That was like 10 months ago. I want to talk about Pune traffic. So Pune traffic is crazy, and I think I have like this like crazy history with Pune traffic. We go way back. When I was growing up, I was first of all very energetic. I was this energetic kid. I would play around. I would not like to be home. Like my parents or like any of my sisters that were home, they would like have to go on this like hunt to each of our neighbors' house and be like, knock knock, is Gracie there? Like, it's time to come home, Gracie. And my mom would be like, Gracie, it's time to come home. My mom would always tell me, the birds, even the animals know when to go home, but why don't you? Because of my energetic nature as a kid, I would love to play, and therefore I got lots of scars everywhere on my body, like hurt here, hurt there, on my knees. And like I still have those, like, you know, those scars on your knees that I think most kids have if you were an outgoing kid. Or maybe if you were not an outgoing kid too, you would still have, you know, one of those knee scars that everybody has. Like I used to love climbing trees. For those of you that know me, like climbing trees was nature was the it was just so fun. Anyways, story time. So there's this one time also, me and my mom, we were going somewhere. I don't remember when, but this was like way back when I was really small, and we didn't have any scooty or Activa or like a bike or anything. And my mom, she was riding this bicycle and I was sitting behind her, and I remember I think my leg, you know, I was just like I said, I'm energetic. And so I was just swinging my feet, and it happened to get in between the wheels, and I think I fell off the cycle, and I fell off, and my mom drove off. She didn't know that I was gone. Like, she kind of did, but like, but I just fell off, and she happened to drive a little bit ahead, and then she was like, she turned back, and I was like, ah, and then she's like, what are you doing there? Get up and come here now. That's just a funny memory of when my mom was like, you know, like, so she basically raised me to be this tough girly, you know what I'm saying. And like I know like people have like this scary incidents with people and they get traumatized. Like I do get traumatized as well with the many stories I have that I've experienced, and I've gotten hurt and stuff like that. But for some reason, I don't know, it's not scared me enough yet. God forbid anything happens that scares me, but I guess I could say I'm blessed in that way to have not been like crazily traumatized so far. So how I learned how to drive my Activa or scooty, whatever you want to call it, is when I went back home to my village back in Manipur, my mom's place. Two of my cousin brothers, and so like I learned it from them. And the thing is, it's so scary in Manipur because the place where we live, especially, it's kind of like closer to the highway, kind of national highway, and so the road is not even that big, strangely, even though it's like national highway anyway. So then there's this national highway, and on this side and on this side there's like, we call it pukri. It's like a pond type kind of. So the road is like this, and there's like pukri in every like sections throughout the road, because almost every house kind of has a pukri. So you could either just slip off into the pukri, like you never know, because there's no fence or anything. So that's the scary part. Anyway, that I think helped me to like focus, I guess, I don't know, but then that's where I learned it. It was quite the challenge, but that's where I learned it, and it was fun. Before they taught me how to ride this Activa, which was I think during my 10th grade, back in my childhood also, I would also drive any cycle that I could find, and I would be so reckless, and I would go in like bumpy areas that I would like literally spoil their cycle every time. And so like my aunt would be like, don't let Gracie don't let her ride that bike. I was like, woo. Anyway, I even took my aunt and we were heading towards the market in Manipur, and I did not have proper control of the bike at that moment because it's just my learning stage. And so I kind of hit an auto. Like, it's not like the autos that we find here. The autos in Manipur, I don't know what it's called, but it's kind of like a different type. So anyway, I hit that kind of, but luckily they didn't make it a big deal, and they could see that I was just a little girl also. So like it was not a big deal, but my aunt was like, you better not ride this anymore. Fast forward to the future, not the future, but during that COVID era, I drove around Pune basically exploring the place. I know there was a lockdown, but there were people who stayed home and some went out, of course maintaining that, the social distancing and stuff. So anyway, like, Pune was so beautiful during the COVID time. Like, oh my gosh, for those of you that are familiar with Neoshi Park, wow, like there is like this tree that has like pink flowers. Even in like the whole Pashan area, I think a lot of those, like in the Pashan Hills, there are a lot of those trees where it just is like pink everywhere. So like those petals filled the Neoshi street, and it was so beautiful. There was no people, there was no pollution, was on the low. Everybody knows that. And trash was so rare because people were rare outside, and the streets of Pune were like literally so beautiful, and the air felt so good. Riding around in Pune, that's where I kind of like improved and developed my riding skill. So that up until this point, I still do not have a driving license. If you guys have been wondering, I did not have a driving license, and after COVID as well, I was like enjoying driving, going around about without a license, and I was just enjoying my life. And I got caught a few times. Maybe a few times would be an understatement, because I got quite a few times. I think like more than the regular, I would say. But anyway, that's how I learned, I guess. And I had to pay up for my mistakes, but definitely my fault. When it comes to me and the police, our relationship is crazy. So like I said, I was riding my sister's bike and I got caught a few times riding her bike. My first time getting caught on her bike was like, I parked it in front of DIY. There was a sign that said parking, but the location there is so weird that even the footpath is not clear. Like it looks messed up. Like it looks broken up, and the tiles are like messed up. So like I don't even know how like the parking the situation. Anyway, so I thought I parked it in the right spot, but I honestly didn't like really pay attention, because like I said, I'm in my learning process. So anyway, I parked it over there thinking it was the parking spot. I did my shopping and stuff with my cousin sister in DIY, and then when we came out, my bike was gone, and then I was like, what? And the funny thing was, there was a bike that looked just like the one that we drove to DIY. So I was like, did somebody like mistaken my bike for their bike, and they took it and they didn't take theirs instead? But then I was like, no way, because the other bike had some kind of like bumper stickers or like some bike stickers on it. So I was like, no, that's not a mistake, and that's definitely not our bike, and how can they take our bike anyway? I locked it clearly. I was like freaking out with my sister, and it was like crazy. And we decided to pray, and we're just like praying. We're like, oh my goodness, Lord, please, like our bike, where is it? Like, show us. And then these two couple, they came up to us and they're like, are you looking for your bike? And we're like, yes, I think your bike got towed. And I was like, and they're like, is there something written on the place where you parked it? Because usually they leave a marking of some sorts on the place that you park the bike, so that you know where to get it from, like the police station. So we checked it, and it was there, and I had no idea where the police station for that area was at that moment. So those couple were even so kind enough to like be like, do you want us to take you there? And so I think we got an auto, and then they led the way, and we got to the station. And you know how like they have the scanner thingy where you can like click the picture of the number or something, and they can identify your your bike, and then they see all the places where you've not been following traffic, and they can charge you. Like the bill has just been adding up. Like they literally have like CCTV footage of when you've not been wearing a helmet, when you've like crossed the like zebra crossing. There was this other time also, I was in a stationery shop. I was in a hurry, which you should never be in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry when you drive, just drive safe. That's all that matters. You're gonna get there eventually. Your life does not depend on it. I drove to the stationery shop just to get a few pens for college. I literally ran a red light, but that time I did not break it on purpose. I really did not see the red light, and I just followed the crowd, because you know everybody just like there are people who break the rules. So guilty. But at that moment I was honestly not aware that there was a red light, but then I just followed everybody, and they happened to stop me, and I was like, okay. I stopped by, and we had this long talk, and I was freaking out because like I'm just a student, I'm broke obviously. So the police was like, where do you live, what do you do? And I was like, is this your bike, your license? I'm like, I don't have a license, like I'm kinda still a student. And like, where did you go, why did you cross the red light? Thank goodness the police was so understanding, because I was like, I'm still in high school, I don't have money, I just live right here, it's like really nearby. And then I told him the area, then he's like, oh. And then he's like, I think I'll charge you around just 200 because you ran a red light. And then I was like, all right. And I was guilty of that, so I was like, and I think I paid it off, and then he let me go. Me and my girls, we went to MG Road as well, and then over there also, like all of our bikes, it got caught. Like two bikes, my friends and mine, and we were carrying our friends behind us, so like 4 of us were there, I think. And the MG Road police guys, you know how the towing scene is crazy over there in MG Road, and the police and stuff. So it got towed, and we had this long talk there, and he was like, I don't know, God knows how we got out of that situation as well. It was a big story, but yeah, that's just one of the examples. And finally I was like, you know, it's high time I get a license, because like why not, and it is important, and you know, to be a model citizen and whatnot. So I signed up for it, and my mom helped me out, and I got a license with my own hard-earned money, which I'm so proud of. Blah 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 blah. And fast forward, I got a license, which was amazing, and I was so happy. And the funny thing was, after I got a license, no one caught me. Like, I just wanted them to stop me, because I can be like, you know, here's my license, I am not breaking the rules, you know, because sometimes they just randomly catch people. I wish they at least pull me to the side, so that I can just be like, here it is, my license, ha, my hard-earned license, look at it. But I was glad that they didn't catch me, and so that was that. I had been more careful, I think so, because nobody caught me after I got a license. But anyway, I was being more mindful, more. I think there's this one time where they did catch me, and then I was like, here's my license, brother, and then sir, and then he was like, oh, all right. But then it was the like fake one. But then anyways, I did have a digilock. Yeah, I was like, yeah, this is the legit one, and I'm not faking this, because I really got it. And then he was like, oh, all right, digilock, all right, we know digilock. And so he let me go, and I did wear a helmet as well. Always wear a helmet. And so I was like going, I was like, oh my gosh, I felt so proud. I'm like, yes, finally. Oh, there's this one crazy incident where I had no idea of, and I literally, this one like brought me to tears, because so anyways, I was going to get myself a boba, and I was all alone. I was feeling kind of adventurous that day, you know, like kind of like a solo date. But solo date went haywire, or like down in the dumps, when I literally just parked my bike outside of the boba shop, and when I went in line to get mine, this customer was like, excuse me, and I was like, oh yeah. Then he's like, is that your bike, because it's getting towed? And I was like, what? And then I turned back, and then literally right there, they were just gonna tow my bike, and I ran there, and I'm like, wait, don't take it, because like I can move it. I don't know that this is not a parking zone, and it's right in front of boba shop, and boba shop is where I want to go, because usually, you know, they'd be like, this parking space is only for this particular shop, or this parking space is only for DIY, this parking space is only for whatever. So I was like, wait a minute, I can move it, don't take it please. And he was like, no, don't, like, he's like, no, you can't. I'm gonna take it. And I was like, wait a minute. And I had no control over it. They literally just like attached the thingy to the wire thingy or whatever, and then they pulled it up on the truck and they drove off, and I was literally running after them, and I was like, wait a minute, like, hear me out, let me tell you something, I think I said I have my license also, but they were like, no, you have to come to the office. And I was like, not again, this is gonna be a long day. And I didn't even get my boba. I just ran out of the shop, even though I think I already placed an order. I already placed an order, but yeah, that was that. And then I didn't know what to do. I was freaking out. I was fully anxious, and then I started crying because I'm like, why did he even take it? Because I said I could move it, like before he even like took the bike. I called my boyfriend up and I'm like, hello, this happened, blah blah blah, what do I do? And I was crying and stuff. I was just freaking out. Of course, I recollected myself after I spoke to him, and then I was like, okay. So I went to the boba shop again, and then I was like, can I talk to your manager? I was being the Karen, and I was like, can I talk to your manager who runs this place? I'm just kidding, I didn't say that, but because the guy that was in the shop at that moment, he couldn't speak English that well. So I was like, can I speak to your boss? And then like he gave me her number, and he did like sympathize with me, and so I spoke to her, and then she told me this rule that I've never heard before in my life, but apparently Maharashtrians follow it, like people in Maharashtra, like Mumbai and Pune. That's what she said. So she was like, the thing is, like, on even days they park it on the right, and on odd days they park it on the left. Like there's this rule, so maybe it must be one of those days. So but then I parked it right in front of the boba shop, which is on the left. But how do you determine which side of the road is the left and the right? If you guys know or have any idea, just leave it down in the comments, because I have no idea. Because like, imagine if you're going this way, this is the left side, and you park it on the odd days, left side on the odd days, right side on the even days. But if you're on your way back, it's different. So how do you know which is the left or the right? Anyway, so that's my confusion. So anyway, got told once again, and I had to walk all the freaking way back to the police station. Oh my gosh, had to pay the fine again. Anyways, I was not leaving the bike without that, but I got it somehow, and I was so frustrated. Oh my goodness, how many more lessons do I have to learn, right? Life is full of that. There's like endless lessons that you're gonna keep on learning, so it's never the end. You're gonna mess up, that's life, but it's okay, I guess. You learn new things, but at what cost? Everyone knows of the incident around May 19th of 2024, of the very unfortunate event that took place with the accident and stuff. And after that point onwards, I felt like Pune started just spiraling with lots and lots and lots of accidents after that. In the Hinjewadi area, there was like a few accidents that took place with buses and stuff, and then around Kalyani Nagar as well, there were like a few more accidents and stuff with like kind of the similar situation, but this time with a truck instead. And you gotta be careful wherever you are, even when you're just going about in your day. Like you never know when it is your last day, so just be careful. I know it's crazy because like no matter how careful you are, there are going to be others who are not careful, and they could just like run into you. But just be alert of your surroundings and just follow the traffic rules as much as you can. So after that point, I think I hardly drove a bike, not because I was scared or anything, partly, but I don't know why. I just did not ride the Activa a lot anymore after that point. But still, I feel still a little bit crazy here. Hope everything gets better, but like, yes, the world is crazy. Anyway, be safe, stay safe, follow the traffic rules, because it's important, especially if you're driving. And that's all for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. That's just me basically rambling about my traffic experience here in Pune. So anyway, just stay safe wherever you are, follow the traffic rules as much as you can, wear your helmet because it's so important. It literally protects you. And also, yeah, just say hi so that I know that you watched. So see you in my next video, whenever that is I put up. Okay, bye. And one more thing, hi, if you've made it this far, thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.